Okay, hey guys. So we've gotten a lot of different requests and like questions about our meal prep and stuff, and a lot of people that have asked to share my video and stuff. So we wanted to make like a decent quality so you could see what we were doing this week. And so we went to Trader Joe's and Walmart today. So I'm gonna give you a rundown of what we bought and then show you like what we're cooking. So if you're interested, you can check it out.
So we got a couple of new things that we haven't exactly tested yet, but one of them we're really excited to show you.
Oh snap! I almost dropped the camera. Okay, let me show you what we got first. So we got, so our meals this week are gonna be what?
They're gonna be a turkey bowl inspired Mexican style. So it's gonna have ground turkey, some veggies, some jasmine rice, and some taco seasoning. And then we're also going to mix it up. Those of you that watched our video last week, we had the same meal for lunch and dinner, and it was fine. We ate all of our meals. They were fresh, but it gets difficult by day 4 eating the same thing. So we're also going to do another meal which is Asian inspired, and it's going to be like a stir fry. So using some jasmine rice with some veggies and some different stuff.
Okay, so we got some organic peas. I'm not real into peas, but my roommate loves them, so I'm going to put that in hers. Some baby Brussels sprouts. We got some whole corn and some pinto beans. Those are going in like the Mexican style stuff. Courtney wanted to try out these seasonings.
If you know me, you know I love bagels, and everything bagels are my favorite, so I'm excited to try that.
Okay, so we have an asparagus saute blend. It's just asparagus, mushrooms, onions, some yellow squash. This is creamer that's made, I guess, kind of like coconut milk. I have never had it, but we're going to try it out. Focus. 5 calories. So, not bad. Alright, I got some mushrooms, some sugar snap peas.
And all that's really going in the stir fry.
This
is not diet.
But it's so good, and if you just have like 1 teaspoon, it kind of curbs your sweet tooth. So I love this. So okay, this we heard about, and they just so happen to be like cutting it up and serving it in the store for you to test. So of course we did, and it is amazing. Like you couldn't even tell that it was cauliflower crust. 250.
Just leave that 0 off.
250 for 1 serving. 760 for the whole thing.
So this actually is dinner tonight.
We're gonna have this for dinner with a little bit of salad.
Shout out to Angie. She kind of got us hooked on the salad. If you haven't tried the salad from Walmart, it's amazing. It's one of those prepackaged salad, but it's really like a slaw, but it has kale in it as well. The dressing is what makes it amazing, so check that out. You can also hurt yourself on that.
I got these new salt and pepper shakers at Target. I just want to take a second and show them. They're amazing. Y'all know I love T-Rexes. Okay, so anyways, some peppers, onions. That's going to go in the Mexican and the Asian meals. We got some light sour cream, salsa. So we got more oats and PB powder. Courtney really liked this oatmeal for breakfast. So here we have ground turkey. This is the 97.3. They have 99.1, but we already had this in the freezer, so I'm going to use these. But I really like to use the 99.1 because it's less calories, obviously. And then we just got frozen shrimp. So this is a popular item for a snack for me and Courtney. Katie likes to eat yogurt for breakfast sometimes, so we got different Greek yogurts. I am obsessed with this one, the caramel apple pie. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Just trying to focus on the one.
And all of these, all the different flavors are all 80 calories. Unfortunately, this is my favorite. I love lemon meringue. This is my favorite, but Lauren pointed out at Walmart it's a limited edition. So unfortunately, it won't be around for much longer.
It's the rice I use. It's Great Value jasmine rice. I'm in like horrible lighting here.
It's actually less in calories than brown rice or like a wild rice. And this with just a little bit of fat-free spray butter is delicious. That's pretty much all we put on our rice. Is just Lauren steams it and then we mix it to whatever dish we're making, and it's a really good source of healthy carbs.
So that was actually, if you saw, it was like $1.60 for a serving. We do a half a serving, and then I've already got it cooking here for all of our meals this week. So my rice is finished, and I have 1,700, we're gonna say 70 grams, and that's gonna be divided up by 30 meals. So we're gonna do 59 grams of rice per serving. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to measure out 5 servings of rice for my 5 Asian inspired meals this week. And I'm actually going to toss that in with my shrimp and vegetables and stuff, so it can all just be mixed up really well. For the Mexican like burrito bowl type deal, I'll probably just like put my rice on the bottom of the container and then put my meat, beans, stuff like that on top. And so we'll catch you in the next step. Okay, I have my stir fry going. What I did was put a little bit of this coconut oil spray in there, and then I have some onions, got pork cut up, a couple little peppers, broccoli, some baby Brussels sprouts, like they're super tiny, mushrooms, and sugar snap peas. I'm gonna cook all those down and then add my shrimp for the week in there and my rice for the week in there, and then I'm just gonna divvy it up into 5 containers. Also, keep in mind, this is only making 5 meals, and we are trying to cook 30 meals. So 2 meals a day for 3 people.
Okay, so I just wanted to give a quick clarification real quick. So a lot of people last week asked me why we were still eating white rice as a part of our meals. And white rice is just a really good, whole, hearty carb for you. So your body needs all of the macros and all of the ingredients and all of the different types of foods that you eat to lose weight healthily, to keep your weight off in the long run. So if you cut out all of your carbs or all of your fats, as soon as you start putting those back into your diet, you're gonna gain weight back. So that's why we've chose to use jasmine rice, because it's less in calories, but it's still a good whole carb for us to have.
We do half a serving of it.
And we still only do half a serving of it, like Lauren said. And I want to show you real quick how she measures out our rice. And we may get a little foggy here, because she puts the whole bowl of rice on here, and just like she showed you a while ago, she zeroes out the scale. And we're working to get 56 grams of rice for each meal, which is about, what, a half a cup?
I don't know.
Something like that. So she's just going to measure into our meal prep container until she gets to negative 56. And that's how we'll know that we have the correct amount of portion for each one of our meals. She's actually at negative 57.
And I decided to just go ahead and do my rice on the bottom, and then I'm just going to chunk this on top because I didn't want it to get like too soggy.
And me and Katie do a couple different ingredients in ours. Katie is not a broccoli fan, and I'm not a huge fan of broccoli reheated. Lauren loves it, as you could tell from the video for last week. So I'm going to show you the version that I do for me and Katie. Ours is also going to have asparagus in it instead of the broccoli. But one of the reasons that we love to do stuff like, you have to have your greens, yes. One of the reasons we like to do stir fries and stuff like this is because it's so colorful. So all these pretty colors from our peppers and our onion, or as Katie calls, purple peppers, they get all into the dish. So whenever you're eating, you're not eating something that's bland and really sad looking. You're eating something that's pretty. So just one of the little tips that we like to use. So I've just put some peppers, some onions, our asparagus, stir-fry medley, and a couple, sorry, a couple of yellow squash. That kind of stuff. So we didn't have any low sodium soy sauce, but she did put a little bit of this in hers, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this in Katie and mine as well. You also can buy things like this teriyaki sauce, which is really, really good in a stir fry. However, when you turn it around and you look at the bag, 1 tablespoon of this is 25 calories. So with the consciousness that we are about our calorie intake, we are not going to be putting that in the stir fry. And sometimes I do like to add a little bit of water to the bottom of the wok just to help the vegetables not stick so much, but we always start with that coconut oil. And because these shrimp bags from Trader Joe's are 5 servings per bag, this is going to make 10 meals, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and dump both of these in there. And like I said, these are already pre-cooked, so once they start to cook up, they're going to put some extra water in there, and it's really about it. We love these one-pot meals because it makes life so simple, and I guess now you can really see just how big this wok is because we just poured in both bags of those shrimp. And okay,
Did our light just blow?
our light just blew. Look, it's real life, people. So anyway, I guess now you can really see just how big this wok is. But once everything starts to cook down, it will get smaller. Not the wok itself, the food. Okay, so I steamed these organic peas that were frozen in the microwave for like 2 minutes, and I'm just gonna add those, like I said earlier, on top of Katie's because she likes peas. And last week when she did her peas, y'all, she's so wonderful that she decided that she was going to take her peas for lunch so that me and Lauren didn't have to smell them as she ate them for dinner.
That was so kind.
So, anyway, and there's 5 servings in this bag. It kind of goes back to what Lauren was saying earlier. I'm just, you know, not really measuring these because these, again, are greens and they're really good for you. So, that's her peas.
So these are our first 3 sets of our meals for this week. So that's going to be good. Alright, we're going to start round 2, and that's going to be our Mexican dish.
So we're getting ready to start on meal number 2. We've kind of straightened up the kitchen, loaded the dishwasher, and Lauren is starting with the turkey.
So each of these containers has 5 servings of 4 ounces, so 20 ounces of meat. So I put enough for each of us to have 4 ounces for 5 meals.
The really cool thing about this turkey, y'all, is that it's so lean that when it cooks, it actually looks like chicken.
Okay, so turkey is like the hardest thing ever to season, so you have to like really season it to make the flavor come out because it's so lean. So we're going to try some of this chili lime seasoning blend, and then of course we're just going to put like regular taco seasoning in it. And we're going to try and really like make some good flavors come out. It smells pretty good, but it actually smells just like this. I bet you it's like the same thing.
You think?
I bet that's the same exact thing. Oh snap.
I guess it comes out fast.
Yeah, we'll put a little bit in here anyways. And this is, did I say already, this is enough for all 3 of us to have 5 meals this week. If you don't have one of these, like, you need to get them. They're the best thing ever. I can't stand, like, chunky ground meat.
We purchased some pinto beans. We already had these tri-blend, which is kidney beans, pinto beans, and black beans. We really like black beans. They're both 100 calories for a half a cup, but we very rarely when it comes to beans, we don't really eat a true serving amount. How many servings are you going to make out of these?
it's supposed to make 7 and we're gonna make it 10.
That will be what we do in ours. Katie does not like beans, so we picked her up just some, we showed y'all earlier, the whole kernel corn. We just put this in a microwave safe dish and we microwave it for about 4 minutes, and then this will be ready to go into her containers. Just so you know, we've got a little bit of our extra veggies over here, the bell peppers and the onions, sauteing up and just a little bit of that coconut oil spray. That's something else that we have cut out completely out of our diet is oil, because anytime you buy the spray, it's 0 calories. So that's something else that might help you.
Okay, so these are the final finished products. Our Asian inspired meals. Okay. And Courtney's breakfast with the oatmeal with blueberries on top. 2 boiled eggs is what I usually eat for breakfast. Katie usually has a Greek yogurt or banana or both. And then the Mexican inspired. Me and Court both have the turkey meat, some beans, peppers, onions, and rice. And we mix that all together with a little bit of salsa and light sour cream. Makes it delicious. And Katie has hamburger meat, well, turkey meat, corn, peppers, onions, rice, and
Plain salsa.
yes, she does just plain salsa. She doesn't like sour cream. So that's it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we are done meal prepping, and you saw everything that we're going to have this week. Thank you for following along with us. One thing that we did want to note to tell you guys is, like, we usually leave out like 2 meals in the fridge, and everything else goes in the freezer, and that helps to keep it fresh. So after you eat a meal from the fridge, just bring one down from the freezer and it'll be ready to go the next day.
Don't freeze your oatmeal though. If you go the oatmeal route, the oatmeal stays fresh. I don't know exactly how it would work freezing the oatmeal, but that's nothing for you to worry about. This is a journey for us. We've been doing this since January. I have lost about 40 pounds and Lauren has lost about 56 pounds. We just want to say once again, we say this daily, but thank you so much to everyone for all of the encouragement that y'all give us every single day. We know that it is definitely going to be something that is a lifestyle that we have to incorporate every single day. You just don't realize what goes in your body until you start tracking it and trying to become more health conscious. So we just wanted to say thank you to our family and our friends for all of the encouragement and your prayers, and we hope that you continue with us on this journey.
Alright, we will try and record a video next week to show you what we're cooking, and I'm so glad that we have inspired other people.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? Like I said in a post on Facebook, if you haven't seen it, but our bodies are a temple of the Holy Spirit if we're believers, so it is very important that we're conscious of what we put in it. And me and Courtney weren't conscious of what we put in it for a long time, but you know, this is just as much of a spiritual journey as it is a physical journey. So thank you for following along. Thank you for keeping us encouraged. We love you guys. We will see you next week, hopefully. Have a good week.
Now we're going to go clean the kitchen.
Yeah. Have a good week.
Bye, guys.